And good everybody, welcome to a Let's Play. For the first time we are going back to this game. It's a game I've never played before. It's a game that was donated to me by Queen3210, so a huge thank you to you, one of my long-term subscribers. For those of you who have never been here before, this channel is all about blind live reactions and Let's Plays with plenty of bad jokes, lots of live chat that way in the chat box, and also in general interaction all around. So if you've never been here before, you're very welcome. Please join the channel as best as you can. For those of you who have been here before, perhaps you've been watching the ongoing playthroughs of both the recent play of Horizon Forbidden West, or of course you were here for the recent completion of the Dante's Hell itself, that was Devil May Cry. Maybe you were here for all the Persona, or the Shin Megami Tensei, all the Danganronpa, or even if you were way back in the day a fan at the likes of Final Fantasy VII and Forza 4. A huge welcome to all of you. Without you guys, this channel would be active, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as interactive or reactive. And check out the back. Yes, we are back in the upstairs studio, so I'm feeling a little more comfortable tonight, shall we say. And, well, already in the chat, we've got Queen3210 doing a sing about what will we do about a drunken whaler. I'm guessing I'm going to find out context for that in a moment. Also, hello to you, and also good evening to you, Avian, as well. Now, before we get started, just going to very quickly look at the controls, because I'm going to try being the keyword here, to PC elitist this, and do it using keyboard and mouse. I've never actually really played a game this way, apart from when I tried playing Persona 4 Golden, and surprisingly it felt alright. So I think it's going to be one of those where I've just got to get used to the keys as we go more than anything. I'm interested in what this lean left and lean right scenario is. I'm wondering if that's either going to be a case of ducking away from incoming fire or leaning left around corners and sneaking. I'm very, very intrigued nonetheless. And I'm glad that you're so excited about this one, Avian. Are you somewhat of a Dishonored fan? Well, if you are, remember people, I've never played this before, so please don't spoil it. Speaking of which, I've kind of spoiled something myself actually, not about the game's content. This game is 10 years old on the 9th of October. Should I postpone my stream for 6 months? No, I'm too much of a punk for that. We're doing it now regardless. So please let me know if there are any issues with the video or the audio. Let me know and I'll do what I can to change the levels. But for now, let's get into it. Right, well, I'm not going to play on very hard. I've never played the game before. It defaulted to very hard. Bethesda, what are you up to? Defaulting to very hard? Are you mad? Stealth and combat are moderately difficult. Default enemy damage, but that's fine. Yeah, that sounds okay. Adjust brightness until you can barely see the darkest symbol. Ah, right, okay. I can barely see it there. We'll go with that. Creating a new game will overwrite previous autosaves. I've never played before, so overwrites at heart. Overwrite. Oh, hang on. You say look at the images behind them. Bear with me a second. Right, so an easy. Oh, we got an unmasked protagonist who looks very, very handsome indeed. Masked, very cool kind of Skeletor style. Masked with what looks like cameras in the eyeballs? That's very interesting. That's interesting. It's like it's like the mask gets more and more detailed. Does that tell me that you get more and more restrictions as you play? So do you have to have more and more like breathing adaptations or something like that? I'm curious. That sounds really interesting. I also don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but I'm actually wearing a period kind of accurate jacket. Looking on the preview on my other screen, I'm not sure I can see all the details for it, so I don't know how well it shows up. Yeah, that's barely visible. I can literally just see it there. Use your right hand to... Oh, but okay. You must have returned from a journey of several months, visited the nation of the Empire to ask to defend the Rat Plague. You must deliver a diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector. So, we just returned from a journey, apparently, visiting other nations of the Empire to ask for aid dealing with the Rat Plague. Have politicians gone wild here in this universe?
Carvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you.
very
The
Galadriel kind
plague
of
has
voice.
taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry
The
home
mouse player.
and bring good news.
Right. Well, when I get control, I'll put the subtitles on, Queen. I'm sure there'll be an option to do that in the menu. I'm sure I'll be able to do that as I go.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it.
Okay. So, mouse look works pretty much as I expected it to. Use your mouse to look around.
Take us straight to Dunwall.
There we go. Guessing it'll be in graphics. No, that's anti-aliasing. Don't think it's that. No, it's not that. Audio? There we go, I'll do it.
Tower. Lord Carvo has news for the Empress, and
Very dapper chap there, isn't he? I'm loving the Victorian.
Long way to bring bad news.
I love the
sailors
Victorian
say there's a
uniforms.
curse on us. Black magic.
Lots of crucifixes on the beams there. I don't know if that's a leftover from the game that this was actually originally meant to be. Because this game was originally meant to be a game involving the Knights Templar in Paris, actually, believe it or not. I know that courtesy of Outside Xbox. And that's the only thing I know about this game, by the way. Yes, we're seeing very dirty waters. Quite Spartan details in the back, actually, surprisingly. But so far, slight inconsistencies in the frame rate, apparently, so hopefully it's not going to be too game-breaking an experience for you all.
Ready. Turning on the pipes. And she's rising.
Ah, so we're inside a very, very deep canal lock. Yep. Where I live, funnily enough, has the deepest canal lock in the UK. A place called Chew Lane.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Carvo.
Fair voyage, sir. All quiet up here. Carvo, she's waiting. You should go see the Empress.
No, I'm going to keep trolling and talking to you.
The Empress will be in the pavilion when you're ready.
But I'm not ready. Oh, he's no longer talking to me. He's like, I'm going to be as silent as you are. You're going to stop talking to me eventually. Yep, so that's what I thought. Just doing a quick controls check at the moment. Ah, yes, that is kind of leading, isn't it? Ah, you can lean and walk as well. That's interesting. Okay. It's an interesting mechanic. That's sprinting speed? He sprints like I do when I do jogging. Ooh. And there's Empress Jasmine. Empress Jasmine? Are we in Aladdin all of a sudden?
You know what to do next time?
Yes, yes. The pressure was too low. All these new machines are touchy.
Just don't do anything crazy. Sokolov's changed everything again, and we don't know what the hydraulics can do now.
We've got him here today doing a portrait. If there's a time to try something, it's now.
Interesting.
There he is. Good voyage, sir. Highest waterlock in the Empire, they say.
Oh, it's Jessamine. Why did I think Jasmine? Answer because I'm an idiot. Thank you for the correction there, Queen. I'll learn to read in the future. Says the guy who's done like 5 visual novel games. You think I'd be able to read by now? Evidently I can't.
Sokolov fiddled with the hydraulics, and it runs like a dream now.
Character called Sokolov. I don't trust that somehow.
Welcome back, Lord Protector. It's an honor to see you. You were lucky to get away for a bit. The plague is only getting worse here.
Just jump because I can. I know that obviously I'm meant to go through the other side to the bridge here, so what have you got to say for yourself?
Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion.
I love how Dunwall Tower has completely censored this guy's face.
Good to have you back, sir.
You sound far too... I don't know.
I hope it's good news, sir. Things are getting bad.
I do like the uniforms they've got here, though. They're very, as I said, a very old Victorian England kind of style. Remind me a lot of the...
Hello, sir.
There's a lot of the old British, like Zulu kind of knights kind of style. It reminds me of those kind of Zulu officers. Only instead of red, it's all blue, which is kind of, again... I mentioned how the game was originally possibly going to be part of a world set in a Templar-controlled Paris. Well, those kind of colours are very similar to the French military. So there's a lot of leftovers, it would seem, from that area. And I'm guessing that's Empress Jessamine who's got the back turned to us in the corner.
The spy master is with her, but she'll want to see you right away.
Well, yeah, she sent me away on a personal mission, so if I don't get VIP access, I don't know who will.
I know she's been worried, Lord Protector.
Why?
She's in the pavilion, sir. She'll be glad to see that you're back.
I've got to say, standing round with your arms behind your back is actually bloody painful. Oh.
Carvo, you're back!
Oh.
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Okay, so... Evidently this frowning-looking child is my daughter. And, okay. I'm interested.
Okay, here we go.
Is there a way to crouch? Yes, there is.
Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them. But I think she only said... Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Right, okay. Oh, bugger, I'm at a dead end. I'm rubbish. I'm gonna get found in seconds, people. I'll duck behind the stairs, see if she'll find me. If she doesn't come looking up here straight away, there's a problem.
Here.
If I get found by a child in less than 30 seconds, it's time for me to quit the game and give up being the world's worst bodyguard.
Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
I think I've won. I think I've somehow won. Yep, she's given up. She sounds annoyed with me.
While you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed you.
I was and there, I'm like, why am I not sprinting? Answer: I was pressing down caps lock rather than the shift button. Oh, that's interesting. You gain speed. Ah, that's really cool.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Carvo, welcome back.
Obvious bad guy.
They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
Emily, if you're going to criticize someone and call their work shit, do it online using a secret account.
She'll see you at
Whiskey
once.
and cigars tonight? Indeed, I believe so.
How many times have I told you? Use a catfish account if you're going to say anything. Well, let's talk to the maid.
Hello, my lord.
Oh, wow. The most dismissive maid I've ever seen. Hello, my lord. Walks off camera straight away. It's like, I'm not your slave.
People, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Right, could they do any more to make him obviously a bad guy with the big scars here? Seriously, come on, game. If it's a red herring, then well played, but if it turns to be a bad guy, I'll be extremely disappointed in you.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought?
Ah.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here!
Oh, stealth. Press left trigger attack and if you have a weapon or power equipped, and if you don't, you're kind of screwed.
Emily, get behind me!
Press and hold. Ah, left control. Okay, that makes sense.
Look out! Another one!
Okay. I like the controls, though. That was alright.
If you hadn't been here...
No more! Not again!
Oh, what the hell?
No! Get away from her!
Why does everyone always celebrate to...
Mommy! Get away!
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Seriously?
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
Is that the best you could do? Seriously, guys?
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you.
Yes, because the bodyguard literally just arrived and murdered someone in plain sight. These guys are the thickest guards in the world. Seriously, come on. Do some investigating. I do agree actually with you. You say it's nice that the girls don't have to wear dresses like pantsuits and all. It's cool. I like it. Right, so for the next 20 years, we're going to be making license plates, people. Cold Ridge Prison. What a name. Welcome to Cold Ridge, sir. Order shall prevail.
This is your final chance, Carvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
Oh! I can shake off the
That's enough
cockroach.
for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
If you say so.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall.
If you say so.
Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
Get him back in the cell. Right, okay, with that in mind, we are on a clock to escape. Either that or if
Should eat, Carvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Let me guess, if I eat it, I die. No thanks. Right, let's have a quick snoop around. They've actually put quite a lot in here. I'm quite surprised. They've actually put quite a lot in the backdrop. It's kind of cool. I'm guessing that's like an execution chamber of some kind. Which is quite cool, actually, yeah. And as I say, it was pretty obvious that they were, well that's convenient. So they've got quite a lot of nice detail at the back there. For a game from 2012, it's surprisingly well formed. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. Oh, what's this? Little skills. I can't quite read that. The font is just that slightly bit difficult to read, if you know what I mean. A little fire that warms is better than a big fire that burns. Right, okay, I managed to read it. I'm guessing that's going to be a really important phrase later on. Let's commit that to memory. A little fire that warms is better than a big fire that burns. Interesting. There's not much else I can really do here. I can't even make friends with the rats. Carvo Selnikinid. Go on then, let's oh, hello. Carvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here is the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the scissors. In the sewers, even, not the scissors. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. New note, and it's a journal. Okay, well it's not showing me what the journal is. So unless there's a way to do it in the controls. Right, let's... I don't like this, I don't trust this. What better reason to send someone to the gallows by having it so that he's sneaking out? WT. Ah, there we are, thank you. Ooh. That's very stealthy. Fight your way or... fight or sneak. Right, okay. So we gotta decide now, do we go all out Eastland Thug or do we sneak? For me, I think sneaking is probably the way to go. Am I actually crouching here? Ah, there's the jail. Right, there's the clue. There's the journal. Okay. Thank you for that, Queen, in the comments. So that's the note we've had already. In the inventory, we've got literally nothing, really, apart from that key, the City Watch sword, and nothing else. So that's okay. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'll take those coins. Yeah, of course I will. I always want loot. Loot is a good thing. Ah, so you don't have to hold C. You can just crouch and go as it is. Okay, that makes things better.
People are coming to the execution tomorrow. It's on account of Carvo.
With a sword in hand, assassinate an unaware enemy, or approach and hold left control to perform a non-lethal takedown. Yes. Non-lethal is probably the better way to do it. The question is...
Someone who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
Did it say left control?
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
They're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
So I'm just quickly finding the thing about non-lethal control, non-lethal assassinations again. There we are. Hold left control. Ah, okay. And by using left click. Got it. Yes, people, I am a complete noob.
Do slack you on his Bottle
Must be
Street boys
scheduled in
jump.
advance
We're always
with
amused.
1 week's notice.
Huh? Damn!
Oh, for God's sake. I didn't want to do it this way. So much for stealth. Oh well, never mind. I wanted to try and stealth kill that one, but it didn't do what I wanted to do. You know, it said that I hold down left control and press the side button. It just didn't do it for some reason.
Hey, kill a guard for me, will ya?
Are you going to talk to me? Maybe give me some items.
Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out.
This
Let me out. I've got 3 days before they cut my head off.
I've not got a cell key for you.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
You're out.
And approved
Good for you.
dignitaries only.
Cut some throats.
Well, I guess I'm now aligned to a bad route here because I've just killed someone, and I get the feeling that the idea of killing them is not a good idea. It mentioned earlier that killing is not. Ooh, loot the bodies, yeah, please. Oh, I can carry the body. Ooh. Oh, I like this. And I'm guessing if I press F again, I can drop them down. Yes. Okay, well that's convenient. Yes, let's do this. First of all, give me your...
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Right, it's funny, I'm seeing your comment there, Queen, saying you're throwing them in the cell, literally the moment that I've actually started doing that. But I'd started doing that before your comment turned up, because of the way the stream is like, you know, 30 seconds or so ahead of what you're seeing. Anyway. Is there anything to loot around here? Ah, so you can lean around corners, that makes perfect sense. So I'm guessing if you're here... Yeah, I like that. That's a very, very cool mechanic. That's an excellent gameplay mechanic, that. I like that. I saw a prompter appear as if there was something to loot, but I don't see anything.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution.
Every time I hear that repeated announcement, I keep thinking that someone's going to be alerted to me.
And approved dignitaries
It's really throwing me off, but I like it. I like the fact that it's making me... Ah, I've just climbed on a pedestal, that's why. Okay. It's like, shh. Yeah, this is a very different kind of game so far. Use as much cover as possible, so we don't get seen. I think this is one of those games, the more you play it, the more you understand the mechanics. And I know that that's supposed to read like any other game. Right, this is very low res, isn't it? Something about taxes and coins. Doesn't tell us much else, to be honest. It's kind of disappointing, really. Yeah, not seeing them further back here.
The solitary wing is off limits.
And thus far... Ah. Oh, hello. A tin of brined fish. Many years ago that would have been lunch for me, but of course I became a plant eater. All the loot. Press R to drink a health potion. Oh, okay, I didn't realise I had one. I am definitely having a pistol. I've already got a City Watch sword, so I don't need one of those. But I've now got a sword. I've now got a gun as well. Let's get lots of sea rats here. Okay, that's good. Oh.
Dignitaries.
Oh. Oh well, it's not through the throat, that'll do. You don't get much ammo in the pistol, do you? It'd be nice if I had some kind of HUD, but at the same time, I've just got to get used to playing the game properly. Right now, I'm on a slaughter everything kind of go for probably the worst ending approach. Because I get the feeling, when it mentioned about having benefits by having less certain things happen if you don't kill, I'm assuming that that's going to have multiple endings. Ooh, there's a stairwell there. Where does this lead? I know it's not part of the mission, but I've been watching too many videos where people sneak around and explore on the battlefield. Can't for the life of me think what series that was. Ooh. Oh, we're back in Final Fantasy VII mode, people. Inside the Honeybee Inn. It's an unbreakable door, so... It's unbreakable, but you can just open it. I know I'm not really meant to be here. The mission objectives don't match it, but I'm just naturally curious. Unless, of course, this is exactly where I came from, in which case I just made myself an idiot. Oh, hello. In fact, I think it literally is. I've literally just gone down through the door. Oh well. You got me an extra pistol, so...
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Okay. So I'm really trying my best to avoid getting... your yard walkway key needed. Right. Is that on one of the bodies? It makes sense, wouldn't it? There we are. Oh. Oh, and there's some more loot in here that I've missed. Fine. You can tell I'm a complete noob at this, people. You can tell I'm a complete and utter noob. But that's okay.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews.
It's not going to be much of a hiding space, but I'm not taking them all the way back down. I can't be bothered taking them all the way back down to my cells. It's too much of a distraction. Not seen anything so far, so we're doing okay. Everyone in the audience, by the way, please let me know if there's any problems with the audio or the visual sync in the video, because I want to make sure that it's a good experience for you all. And before any of you say, yeah, your face is on it, I know, and I can disable if you really want me to. I won't blame you, but no, it's here to stay for now. What's that? A pouch. Some more coins. Someone randomly left a pouch on the floor in a prison wing. Why would you do that? Something about that doesn't make sense to me. Ah, the interrogation room. Okay.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Oh, you say there's a delay. How big a delay? what kind of delay we're talking, because I can fix that right now. It will literally take me... We're going to go quiet for a few seconds, people. If I literally go to my video capture, I can very quickly restore the audio that I had before. Okay. Let's try that by going down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up, up. Okay, how's that for the sync, people? Is that close? I'm getting tangled up in my own cables here, and it's causing all kind of problems. So the webcam's delayed, apparently. So the webcam's too slow. Is that what you're saying? The cam's too slow? Okay. No big deal. I will try that setting instead. And one more time, we'll go a down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up. Up, up. And no, I'm not trying to recite the Konami code when I say that, people. This is the problem, because I need a certain kind of delay for the... Ooh. Stupid little rats, get out of here.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance.
Still delayed?
Unless
wow,
accompanied
okay.
by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solid...
We're still delayed, apparently. Yeah, the game sync is fine, but I'm a professional. I don't like things to be too delayed. Okay. I mean, even if I put it to 0, you're saying there was no sync. So let's try 50. That's milliseconds, by the way, people. So one more time. Down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 up. The advantage of using the keyboard is you can hear the tap of the keys. Ah, that's interesting. So you can throw items to... Oh, what the hell? I didn't mean to do that. So while I can throw items to distract attention, there appears to be no one in it so far. You say there's about a second delay? A second delay to the image? That's strange because I've only put 50 milliseconds, so I don't know why there'd be a delay. That seems really weird. That seems really, really strange. I'll put it back to 0. Literally 0 delay. Down, up, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, up. This is one of the things, but I don't... Well, sometimes the settings don't quite make sense. There should be no delay at all because it's broadcasting from the PC. So there should be no delay in any way at all because I'm not... When I run it through the PlayStation 5, I'm running it through a capture. And because I'm running it through a capture, the image comes in late. So you need to essentially accommodate for that. I can drink? What does that do? Anything? No, give me that hammer and chisel. That'd be an amazing weapon. Right, well, if there's a delay to the audio, to the image, I don't know what I can really do about it, because I can't make it... Unless I delay everything else. But that'd be really awkward for playing. Because the audio would come... When you say there's a delay, are you saying that I'm speaking and the video's coming in a second late? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's the case, I can try changing the audio feed by delaying the audio. But that doesn't make sense because I don't have it like that for the PS5. And the PS5 is coming from an external capture card. This is coming from the same program, so unless it's something to do with Duty Officer's Report, Carvo's interrogation. Carvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves. Follow their orders without hesitation. I had some weird pop-up just appear on my screen then, and it interrupted my game, and now my game's going very slowly. What the hell was that? Right, okay, let's carry on. And keep the torturer under control. If Carvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. I don't understand why it's happening, because I say for the PlayStation 5, it's coming in via an external capture, and I don't delay anything on that but the webcam. So I'm really confused. Really confused. There's not much I can really do about it. Except for one thing I can try. But if I do it, it's going to cause problems with the audio. Because I have to delay the audio too. We'll try it. But I get the feeling it's not going to work very well. So we'll go with a down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up, up. As for the Lord Regent, I've already got a few ideas of who it could be, but I'm going to wait and see. I have a problem at the time that I theorise what happens, and the next thing, I'm not only right, but I spoil the entire game for everyone. The Danganronpa streams, I'm looking at you. The Persona 5 Strikers stream, I'm looking at you. What is that? The Trials of Aptitude? Excerpt from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously, in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs, ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn, and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Okay, well you say it's much better. That's fantastic news. So let's just try and see if we can make it even better. Let's try one more change. And if it doesn't work, I'll default back to where we were. So we'll go with a down, 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 up, up, up. Down, 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 up, up, up. Tell me what you make of that. I can carry a teacup. I can throw some tea if I want. How very British. Throw tea at them. Steel monitor. Okay, so I've got the explosive. Now what to do with it? In the instrument. Can I are these all just things to carry? You say that works, does it? Right, we'll leave it at that for now, but if as I say, if there's any kind of delay, let me know. It might well be then, guys, that all my previous streams have been having the same problem and I never really realised it. When you're next checking out one of my PlayStation 5 streams, whether you're watching on the archive or live, cheap plug I know, you can always tell me what you think. This is the kind of thing I like an audience for. I like inquisition. Oh, hello.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews. unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Where is he? Where is that guard? Where's he gone? He was here literally 2 seconds ago. Where has he disappeared to?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
Seen anybody with signs of the sickness?
You're such a choffer.
Okay. Can I make it to that pillar down there?
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Nasty furry Phil.
This mechanic of leading around corners is really quite cool. The only issue, of course, is making sure that you're not seen at the same time.
Ha! You little bastard. Huh?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event
Another
and
night,
approved
another patrol
dignitaries
with you.
only.
Huh? Probably rats.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits
Nothing
to
after
maintenance
all.
crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
I think I'm better off going for the guy who's
Solitary wing
station
must
rock.
be scheduled in advance, with 1
Did I tell
week's
you about the
notice.
time I almost caught that guy who killed the Empress?
No, stupid goddamn.
Hey! What? Oh my God! You're gonna bleed! Dump you in the river!
bollocks. So let's see if there's a way to get away.
Damn you! Watch it!
Yep, there we are, first death.
You made someone a widow, damn you!
Oh, I like the little, you made someone, you met your demise. Yes, I did, game. You're quite correct. So, the issue is, I think what it is, it's, I need to go back and make use of those, props. That's what I need to do. I need to carry those into the room. So, where are we picking up from? Ah, from literally where the bomb was. Right, okay, that's kind of helpful. So, if I grab one of these quickly. Well, how long was that, people? 45 minutes? More like half an hour, considering the mechanism for setting up the game. Oh, hello.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
I saw a rogue texture over there and I thought that might have been some loot, but it wasn't. Also, quickly, I want to check the controls because I had healing items and when I hit the key for it, I didn't get, or what I thought was the key for it, I didn't get one to use. So that tells me I've used the wrong one. Yeah, health elixir, press R. According to this, I've got 2, but well, that's 2 bullets. That makes sense. So I obviously don't have any. I saw those things and I thought I had health and I don't.
Tired yet? What the void was that?
Why aren't you coming up here?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I just had a red icon on my streaming software suggesting that I wasn't broadcasting them, people. Can anyone tell me if you lost footage? If you did, let me know and I'll see if I can find things out. So the mechanics are obviously there once you know how to use them, but the problem I've got is that I don't seem to be... And what I'm used to is like kind of like a line of sight, you know, for where they'll play, because you can't really tell, unlike other games. In other games you'd be able to see, but here you don't have any kind of reference point, which makes it annoying. The gameplay went really slow. Has it got any better?
Off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Right, before I go any further, I'm just going to quickly go back to the thing about stealth, about non-lethal takedowns. Ah, so you hold left control, but you don't have to attack them. Right, okay. You say it's really patchy. Ugh. I don't know what I can really do about it, unfortunately. I mean, it's telling me that it's receiving not enough data, so that's not very good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Watch him!
don't even know how he saw me because he wasn't looking at me. So someone else must have been looking at me. I really don't know how I got around. Yeah, maybe the menu did fix it, Queen. I don't know. As I say, I mean, the thing is, when I did Persona 5 Strikers, more modern game, and it ran smooth as butter. I think the port, unfortunately, is slowing it down. I'm even running it in Windows mode, in windowed view. So there's no reason for it to be this patchy. I don't understand it.
Must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's
Let's say if it gets too bad, people, I'll have to abandon the playthrough because I can't have you all suffering for a thing where it's impossible to watch. Let's say this stealth mechanic is, I won't say it's broken, but it just seems like there's not really enough introduction on how to do it. And I'll also say that I don't know what spotted me then. Something must have spotted me. I just don't know what it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I managed to fight off all those guards, but the thing is, I'm now causing all kinds of chaos. Ooh.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
As I say, I can't do anything at the moment because I'm live. The only thing I can do is stop the play, and I don't want to do that, not yet. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Call out if you got now.
I don't know who saw me! I seriously don't know who saw me. They saw me through a solid door. Who saw me? I don't mind failing at the game. I don't mind that at all, but at least give me some kind of inclination where I've failed it. You know what I mean? And I've just noticed that it's not restoring your health either. How are you supposed to play a game if it's not? Oh well, that, to be fair, I thought I was back at the other room. Never mind.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Someone there?
I can't see if he's out of that mode or not because the goal is in the way. I can't tell what his status is.
Nothing after all.
Okay, that's fine.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews unless accompanied.
Yeah, it makes
by
sense
an
they'll
officer
see you,
of the
but
watch.
there was a second guard and he's not there. I don't see that second guard.
In advance with 1 week's notice.
Huh? Why can't I move? What the? Oh, come on! There's space there! What's stopping me? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Oh, I see. I can climb over. I'm holding left control. Why wasn't he doing the stealth? Why wasn't he doing it? I was holding left control and it wouldn't do the non-lethal takedown. I'll have that, thank you. I was holding the left control key and it wasn't doing the non-lethal takedown. I was literally ready to stealth take him down and not have to kill him. I must have done something wrong. I just don't know what it was. Sorry, I do apologise about this, people, but I'll read it again verbatim. Yeah, with sword in hand, assassinated by prisoner, or approach an enemy from behind and hold left control. I was holding left control. Why didn't you do the non-lethal takedown? It can't because the controls are bugged. I refuse to believe that. I absolutely refuse to believe that. What the... There's absolutely no way it's out of the controls. It can't be. They'd be reported, they'd be all over the place. There'd be stuff on Reddit and everywhere else. Meanwhile, again, guys, how's the footage holding up? Is it actually coming through at a decent level or not? You think it might be down to slowdown, Wayne? Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to abandon it.
Fucking longer do I have my fucking...
I really don't want to, because I'm really enjoying what I'm playing. Well, for me, the game's not slowing down. Yeah, I'm looking at my video and it's not looking very good, is it? It's not looking very promising. I mean, the problem is, even if I turn the graphics down, the issue I've got is that the video will come out really strange, I believe. So, like, even if I turn the video settings down, like, say, for example, I turn the resolution down to... If I put it to 720, the problem I've got is the video on my software will look weird. Unless... Right, let's try that. It's going to be really irritating for me to play it this way. But let's try that. Let's try running it in a slightly lower resolution. Meanwhile, Alistair Jack jumping in saying, been watching BGT. What's BGT? And you've had a... Oh, I say, I appreciate you had a bad day yesterday, mate. Hopefully today's been better for you. Right, it's only giving me the option... It's only giving me the option for attack there. Did you notice that, by the way, people? Did you notice how it seemed to be only for that? I've just done a quick circle with the control. As I say, it could well be that, unfortunately, I've just got to play it in a low resolution, but the problem with that is that you guys aren't getting the same experience. And to be honest, neither am I. I'm getting a really strange experience of playing it now. As to what's going on with a new game here, Alistair Jack, we are very much a wanted person. So how's that? Is that better, people? Is the game a bit more watchable now? Yeah, it is annoying if it doesn't work for a stream, but it's really frustrating because, again, not only is it a pretty cool game from what I've played so far, I'm really quite liking it. It's the fact that, you know, you guys seem to be enjoying watching it, and I don't want to be depriving you guys of content.
Better make a pass over here. Huh? Two arms! Dump you in the river! Jump!
Sorry, dude, but that was dangerous. My own fault, I should have waited for him to come around so I could grab him from behind, but I thought I'd be able to grab him there. So you think it's looking okay for now, Alistair Jack? Well, let's keep it going, because obviously I'm enjoying what I'm playing, so I don't want to end it early because the game's giving us some issues. No. Oh, that would be a perfect place to dump bodies. Excuse me for a moment. Purely because I've got to see this. Yeah, you can only carry one at a time. That makes perfect sense. That's why I think of you, guard of the Empire, who betrayed the Empress. Well, technically they didn't. It was actually everybody else that did. Oh, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible, that Avian, in regards to your 17-year-old doggo being up with, well, diarrhea problems. That sounds nasty. Hopefully they're okay now. Or at least they're getting better. What's this? Ah! And then we can lock the door as well. Let's eat some food to get health back. I wish it was that easy. It'd be a good excuse for eating. Oh, it's time to run away! Okay, it looks like we're on our way out. But we managed to get one stealth takedown in, people. And that's the point, actually. That guy who's been stealth takedown is going to wake up in a trash bin next to a corpse. I regret nothing. Oh, that's annoying. You wanted to make a nice pasta and then... Ah, well, why would I want to stay at the prison? Oh, get me out of here. Prison sucks. I don't want to be stuck in prison. Okay, so the outsider walks among us. Oh, that'll let me go back to the prison if I really wanted to go back there. Newsflash, I don't. Oh, they got some rats. Yes, the rats are not ideal. We don't want rats.
How many people did he kill on his way out of the prison? I guess if you'll kill the Empress, you don't care about a few guards.
Shut up. Look at this. Somebody's been down here.
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Carvo.
You're afraid of him? Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you, the Empress always was like. I saw him fight 3 to 1 in the practice yard. He's a whirlwind.
I hope it's me that finds him.
I hope it is too.
Carvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked, and now you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the scissors. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He'll bring it to us. From a friend who will meet you soon. Okay. I've got to climb over it. Yes, I do. So if you weren't already... What the... What the fuck? Am I the reason that happened? Guys, I've just literally summoned a load of rats to kill everybody. Oh dear. I'm sorry, I guess. Right. Hey. Memo to me! Memo to me! If you see a load of rats, stay the fuck away from them! Noted! And as I said before, people, let me know if there's any issues with the footage. I'm hoping that the quality is going to be a bit better now. Ooh, where are they going, those rats? Are they coming here? I really don't want to die at the hand of a lot of rats. That's really not my idea of fun. Oh, I can swim. Okay. I've got to say, he swims bloody quickly, Carvo. I'm quite impressed by how fast he swims. Now, how do I get out? Can I just... Oh, what are you doing? Ah, that's how. You can just literally jump out. Right, okay. Helpful. Oh. And right over there, what do I see? A set of stairs. But conveniently, a bridge. Yeah, quite. I think I saw that idea literally seconds before your message came up, so that's good. I was ahead of the chat for once. Well, I've been ahead of the chat all this time, but I actually figured things out ahead of the chat. I can actually play the game! Who knew? Yes, if you came here looking for an elite first-person shooter player, I is not it. Ooh. What the hell happened to you? Let me give you a better place to rest. Was that cruel of me? Like, get off my wheel. And I say rats have got to eat, and if they eat the dead rather than eating me, that's fine. If they eat dead flesh and say stop eating me, I'm okay with that. I can use that to get an enemy's attention, so I'll carry it for now just in case. The way the bottle's floating in front of the screen is giving me flashbacks to Half-Life. If any of you played that legendary game. Oh, boo, Avian, shame, shame, boo! What, the plank or go I'll go swim with the fishies.
Are
Boo!
we supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district? Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. And I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
Right, I've just heard some guards somewhere. Problem is, I need to get rid of those rats. They're not, I know what to do. There's a body over there. So I've got to somehow get to that body. I just want to make sure I don't attract the rat's attention. Oh, I hit the wrong fucking key. I can throw this body over here. What the hell are they doing? The animation of them coming together and going back is crazy. Evidently they don't. Oh, don't do that. They're on key. Problem with having the throw button right next to the strafe right button is I keep on intending to strafe right, and instead, there we go. My way worked. Eventually they seem to just notice the body.
Citizen. The assassin Carvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Several brave officers of the state are dead by his hand. He is to be captured or killed at any cost.
I'm public enemy number 1, it would seem. Oh, just ate a skewered rat. Ew. Give me flashbacks to Demolition Man, if you ever saw that film. Right, are you going to climb the chain or not? Or do I need to be on this specific space here to do it? Yeah, I did. Oh, that's really clunky. No one will keep us from death. Yeah, I had a feeling the announcement would be different if you managed to avoid killing people. But you saw the way I do it. And the way I did it was rubbish. Because I've never played the game before, so I've not understood the mechanics. And that's alright. Because at the end of the day, it's all part of learning. Oh! Memo to me, you see a wire trap, don't touch it. For rent. I've disarmed the launcher. That's going to get me an elixir at least and some coins. I reckon I could have thrown the bottle at that. Yeah, I could have thrown the bottle into the rope, and that would have tripped the bomb. So that's fine. So that's okay. Unintentional East End thug? Absolutely. Well, sometimes I'm an East End thug just because I'm an East End thug, but that was what the approach was today. It wasn't intended to be that way. Like I say, I mean, I've been watching the playthrough of Mass Effect 2 on Queen 3210's channel, and seeing a lot of the sneaky, stealth, long-range shooting tactics, and I'm just there. Get in and kill them, just go and stock it to them. But there's a reason that I probably would have been I don't know, a heavy guardsman or an infantryman or something. rather than an engineer or a sniper. I just don't have the patience. Ah, so if you're starting a game for a collection for your huge wooden crate, what would I recommend for the Xbox One? Before I recommend anything, Alistair Jack, can I ask, are there any type of games you prefer over the others? Because I've played a lot of different games, and of course, if you've got the Xbox One, if you've downloaded the... Did I start off another tripwire? Oh, yeah, it was right there. It was literally right in front of my face. I'm going to open my eyes eventually. Yeah, basically, if it depends on the kind of game you enjoy more than anything else. Because I don't want to say to you, for example, go and get Resident Evil 2 Remake if you've got no interest in survival horror. At the same time, I wouldn't want to also recommend... I know you like the platform games, don't you? And I'm not sure which ones they have on the Xbox One. Greetings, Carvo. Or should I say, Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you from the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into the Runham River. All haste and luck. We share a common purpose. Oh, it has a crossbow! Hey! And a... kind of like a flintlock sword? Oh, so we have different weapons and powers you can equip, much like in... It's actually very similar to what I've been using in Horizon, actually. I like that, that's cool. That's I mean, if you're looking at 360 games, Alistair Jack, you can always, of course, press C to slide while sprinting. So you can sprint under them, can you? Right, okay. I like that. That's a neat little feature. It'd have been nice to know that before I actually turned up. Never mind. Jelly. In case you're too deaf to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. So you can keybind things as well rather than using the wheel. Oh, I like that. Combination required. Oh, okay, right. I'll come back with that later on when I get the combination, I guess. Now. There we are, so launcher disarmed. So is there anything over here? Nope, nothing. That's boring. That's disappointing. That's very disappointing, but hang on. Up. Climb up. Thank you. No. No. Why won't you get up there? You got up there before. Why won't you get up there now? Okay, I'm stuck. Right, fine. I'll use the bridge then. Look to whiskey. Unless that is the combination. No, it's not that. That's not what I wanted to do. Nope. Nothing here. Yeah, well, it's not giving me the option to answer it, but that's the problem. When I clicked it, it wouldn't let me answer the option. How am I supposed to enter it if it won't let me? It just says combination required. Oh, hang on. Is that how you use it? Right, so... Oh. Right. Okay, that's really infuriating. I can't even read those. Nice. Where are the numbers? Look to your whiskey for the answer. Okay, so is there a bottle around that I can get the whiskey from? Meanwhile, Gentleman Gaming Juggy say you got to turn the numbers in manual. Yeah, I figured that out. Now I've just got to figure out what the code is, because I'm not seeing any code for it. If there's a code, it's not showing on. It's not showing here in any of these notes. I don't see a combination. Unless it's the... No, it won't be a substituted number. What? Is that how it'll work? We've got... How many keys have we got for this? We've only got 3 figures. I mean, I'm not going to brute force it, because that'd be stupid. Okay. I very nearly went straight into that trap again. I have a habit of doing that. There we go. Thank you. Any bottles knocking around here? Ah, here we go. What's this? Nope, that doesn't tell me anything. No numbers on that one either. There's a corpse knocking around, which I don't want to use. I don't need a corpse at the moment. Oh, okay. I'll take the coins. Thank you. There we go. Just, well, as I say, I mean, I'm looking for the things and I don't see any actual notes for it. Look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey. How does that relate to 3 figures? Yeah, there's nothing in the keys, not that I can see. Nope, nothing there. Luckily, I've got loads of coins. That's kind of useful. Ah, gentlemen, you put an answer in the chat. Well, how did you get it? I'm curious. What am I missing? I don't understand. How would that be the answer? That doesn't make sense. What's that got to do with whiskey? What the hell has that got to do with whiskey? That's what I don't understand. I can't see no whiskey balls. Right, hang on a second. I can't see southern or anything. Four, 5, 1. See, for an accessibility point of view, that's really not cricket. That is really poor. How does it look when you turn the brightness up? Now you see, that's a lot better, 451. So I'm just going to use that from now on. I get that the whole point of it is to try and make it so that you can obviously see where you're at. That's not a way to do. Yeah. Well, at least we found the answer. I mean, I would never have seen that because it literally is almost impossible to see. Well, that's cool. You know, it's the same for everybody. It's the same thing. It's just that it would be nice if you actually had a chance to see it. Evidently, when they say, you know, you should do it to that thing, it seems that it's not the right answer at all. What the fuck? What the hell was that? Seriously, what is that glitch? Get up there. Jewelry box and what appears to be more healing, which is good. Anything else in there of interest? Not that I can see. That's disappointing. Okay, we've got some loot. I'll settle for that at least. Right, let's carry on.
He won't get past me, sir.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Yep, you're not wrong. Getting stuck on terrain. Cause I won't mind getting stuck on terrain. It's more the looking at it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Now you see, that's fine, but I don't want to assassinate him. I'd like to perform a non-lethal if I can.
They come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out. What the void was that? Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, I'll find you.
How's he not seeing me?
I'll find. Gotcha now.
Oh. Okay, even if I don't want to fight you, I've got no choice.
You're gonna bleed.
Say so. I didn't want to kill you. I really didn't want to do that. I did not want to kill you. You attacked me first. In terms of a duty, that guy got the shit under the stick, quite literally. Let's have a look. Ah, well. Quick shout out to my friend Nerdy Hound who's just cropped up on my Steam saying that they're playing WWE 2K18. I can understand why you play the 18 one because the 2020... Was it the 2020 game or the 2021 was absolutely broken? Okay. Let's keep calm. Oh. There's another one right there. Looks like I'm going in the wrong direction here.
vermin.
Oh. Yes, you can kick those guys all you want.
What the boy was that? What little rat got away? Take out his leg. I'll flush you out.
If you say so. I get the feeling that coming back to this after a playthrough would be a lot better. In the name of arse is going on here.
The assassin Carvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of
So 2020 was so bad that you skipped a year. I can understand that, to be fair. I mean, I think even WWE did. I think they actually had the adverts for the game in, like, you know, the office sets for the authority figures. And it went back to 2K19, even though 2020 was on sale. I mean, when your own company loses there's so much faith in you as a game, you know you're done fucked up.
Over here. Quickly, I'm a friend.
Yeah. Get out, Avian! Get out! Oh, we don't speak of that evil here. We do not speak of the evil that is pre-manufactured pot by Simon Cowell.
I'm Samuel. And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. Well, they said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Right, so hostiles killed 13. Overall chaos is high. Dead or unconscious bodies found 2. No runes, but there's none available anyway. I found only half the coins, so there's a lot more coins available. Didn't kill anyone. Nope. Alarms rung 0. Special actions open jelly safe. I can actually replay the mission if I want to, but let's carry on with the game. Ah, wow, so they actually took a year off. That tells you a lot, doesn't it? Right, okay. Yeah, that's why it's greyed out, obviously.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
As long as he's not tearing me apart, Lisa.
The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
And I want to find Emily because it turns out she's my daughter. Or at least that's what the intro mission would suggest. So we're at the Hound Pit's pub. How very British. Oh, mission clues updated. And hey, I've got an achievement. Dishonored. I'm guessing that means escape. Samuel the boatman has smuggled you across the river from College Prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent and has brought you to meet members of the organisation. Okay. That's fine. We're about. Oh, look at those low-res textures! Oh my god! Wow! That's Dreamcast era! That is Dreamcast era textures there. Damn! Well, it will let me explore. Oh, no, ow, let's get back out of here. I'm dying, I'm taking pain. Evidently that water is not something to fall into. Memo to me, do not go into the water. In Lord of the Rings, they had the famous scene, do not disturb the water. It is true here, people. Stay out of the water. The game is like, your powers of exploring where you once will not help you here. And I agree with you, Avian. Yep, those textures did not age well. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because some games, despite the low textures, age really, really well. I mean, look at the Persona ones, for example. When I did the Persona games, they were brilliant. Excerpt from a book of For the Far Continent, Pandesia. That name's not aged well, Pandesia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandesian continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in this uncivilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have travelled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actively touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. I'll take that map. To make realistic bricks isn't the main thing, Avian. It's more about making sure that the actual game runs. And I remember there's an old quote attributed to, oh god, what's the actor's name now? I forgot his bloody name. It's going to really, really annoy me because it's a really famous British actor. John Cleese. That's it, John Cleese. Where basically he was filming a scene for Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And they were kicking off about the smoke not being right. Basically saying, you know, the smoke is in the wrong place and everything else. And his response to the producer on set was, is the smoke funny? And everyone just looks at him and he's like, well, if the smoke isn't funny, why are we spending so much time focusing on it? Get it out of shot, we don't need it. And there's a very fair point to be made there. It's like, you know, put in only what's necessary. So, I mean, like, most people wouldn't pay attention to those kind of things. But essentially, it's worth just having it in the background, an idea of what to go for. Right, looks like there's nothing else to do here that I can see, unless is that some items hidden on there? Oh.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall.
Okay, first-person parkour.
Has been added to the evacuation list. The weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them.
You cannot kill the rat plague.
Killed the Empress.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well.
Okay, you're going to stay out of my way, and the reason for that is... reasons? Let's keep exploring. The game's telling me to go into that area there, and I'm saying no! No thank you, you've given me an open world that's based on the city of Paris, and it's post-apocalyptic. And I want to see what's out here, I want to have fun, I want to explore. I want to see if there's any hidden power-ups, or... things that I'm not supposed to have access to early on because you've left them in the code and forgot about them. Yes, we don't want to be handheld here. We want to fail of our own accord, repeatedly, as many times as possible. And for those of you who've watched my streams before, you'll be like, where's the change there then? And the answer is none. No change at all. It's really weird playing this in windowed view. I wish I could play it full screen, but we saw earlier in the stream when I tried to do that, it made the game footage a little too choppy. I still don't think it's quite coming up right, unfortunately, but there's not much I can really do apart from, well, upgrade my computer. Except, I've not got the funds for that. Or the know-how. Or the chips to make a good build at the moment, because they're very difficult to come by. You know, like graphics cards and everything else. Obey the City Watch. Yeah. Tampering with security devices is punishable by death. Is there anything in the trash? Yeah, surprisingly, there is. There's some feathers and some coins. Report any sickness. Hiding the plague is punishable by death. That's what I think of your punishable by death, City Watch. There's actually a lot of areas back here I can explore. I'm surprised the game's not railroading me to go back already. I'm actually very surprised. Pleasantly surprised. It's nice that the game's letting me basically get out into the world and see it for myself.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
That doesn't sound sinister at all, does it? Taken to the flooded district for rehabilitation. What does that involve then? What does rehabilitation mean exactly? A couple of barrels of whiskey that I can climb on, but that's about it really. And that's about all I can see here, so let's actually go into the main game, shall we, people? That is the reason you're all watching tonight. A nice, very British establishment here. So this is more a let's explore rather than Old Port City sewer key needed. Yes. Peeping Tom Simulator here, people. That's what this game's become now. Oh, there's an item now. What's that? Processed whale oil. And there's more of it here too. Excellent. Yes. We're back on the Horizon stream now, people. We're doing the looting. We're sneaking around. Oh, I can't go through, I just realised. Right, so where's the chain? There it is. I don't know why he pulled his weapons automatically then, but I'm not complaining. It's better to be armed as surprised than surprised unarmed. Nice, more coins. I actually feel, oddly enough, you know, with these like low res textures, I feel like I'm actually back playing Resident Evil 4. The setting and like sneaking around and opening old carts and everything else has that kind of vibe to it.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
That audio was very clean for an analog tape player. If you ever like seen those pianos that play themselves, they use the same kind of tape. But at least that's actually hooked up to a piano. It makes sense for that to sound clean. This doesn't.
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
Thank you. Oh, that was weird. Why did he walk around me just so he could walk that way? Right, let's see what's in here. Not seeing anyone, okay. Yes, I'm probably... Oh, hello, I found the pub master room key. Interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to have found that now, but I'm not going to complain. Excerpt from Travel Journey of a Whaler in his final years. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with whaling. Too broken to continue. I've seen all corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. It's all gone. I've lived for an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you can imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandesia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves among the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities fought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. This world has beaten me.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting bloc and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Carvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. End log. Is this off? Switch. Switch, where the hell is the...
I'd be the same. A Gaffer's Tale. Oh, so I read Volume 2 before I read Volume 1. Excerpt from the Travel of a Young Whaler. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 1. Or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we'd always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina cast me farewell, and I didn't see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the Gather, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirits so, as the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling around the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Excerpt from a book on naval history. While each of the Isles has fought some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to hold their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the most powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. And Bristol, by the way, is quite obviously based on the British city of Bristol. Not only is Bristol a port city here in the UK, but quite a lot of our darker history involving the slave trade was based out of there. So that's where they're basing that on. Excerpt from a bunker's shanty sung by Tiff. What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? Early in the morning. Yes, I could do that for the rest of it, but it'd take a... Well, go, let's carry on. I've started, so finish. Feed it to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed it to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed it to the hungry rats for dinner. Early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Early in the morning. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. I told you I don't sing. That's the reason why. If your ears have bled all over your keyboards, or into your headphones, or onto your carpets, or into your drinks, or wherever they go, you're welcome.
Attention all citizens. Curfew...
Excerpt from a series of Overseer Invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd. For the foggy grey wastes of the outsider, we will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbours, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt.
Extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and
I
detained
say,
when necessary.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, obviously, what we would do with a drunken sailor is like a very British folk song, so it's kind of sung in that kind of style. I imagined it wasn't meant to be that way.
Aye, you must be Carvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
And because she says that it's ready, she's saying, so when you're ready, please let me know and I'll come and service you. I meant to talk to all the loyalists, but I'm too busy. Too busy, like, exploring the offices and stealing people's gold. Ooh, I got a very weird frame rate problem then.
Attention, citizens.
Which no doubt translated even worse to you guys.
Has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has
shut
decreed
up, I don't
that
care.
ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain.
Blah,
Stay
blah,
alert
blah,
and
yada,
stay
yada,
loyal.
yada. Shut the fuck up. Oh, now I'm back outside. That's convenient. I agree, Queen. Yes, they can wait. I'm the Avatar. We're playing it my way. And my way is possibly the wrong way, but I don't care. Because this is my game.
Traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators.
Excerpt from a longer work of fiction, The Shadow on the Bitterleaf. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise, esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended.
Be taken to the flooded district for treatment
Samiki
and
Mikan?
rehabilitation.
If that's you, piss off. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 2. Oh, okay. A Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century. Hang on a second. Haven't I already read this? Yeah. Why's that come here? Is that an error? Is it supposed to be here twice? Oh, I'm sorry, people. 1 second. My cable's got in a bit of an awkward place. What was literally happening is my cable was getting caught on the little clamp for my microphone stand, and it was dragging my mouse in places it shouldn't be going. Right, if there's multiple books, it makes sense, obviously, because books are more than one copy, so it's not a surprise. It's just... wonder what I thought... Right, that's not suspicious at all, is it, people? And I'm guessing this is my room.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Okay, so... Yes, I see a way to navigate. I'm going exploring. There's also... The Trials of Aptitude. Excerpt from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject. That's another one I've also read, I think. Yeah, I've already read it. It's going to get to the point though where I don't want to read books. Right, the Fugue Feast. I've not read that one. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces, or wear masks to conceal their identities as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed, and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the Hymn of Atonement, and the Fugue Feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time, during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first of the day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. Ladies and gentlemen, a steampunk version of The Purge, where for one night only, apparently, all crime is legal. So they can cull the herd. Oh, I went out here earlier and didn't see anything. Sorry, Queen, beat you to it. I said that before your comment popped up on stream. So this is my chambers. You can definitely see that they've got a lot of the very old-fashioned like adverts. I'm loving the bizarre octagonal shape of the chair. That doesn't make any sense at all, but hey, it's cool.
To bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
I'll definitely pick up that, that's useful. Ah, now we have like a way outside. I love the low-res models for the characters. You can really tell that they've tried everything they can to... Blood from the eyes. That's the reaction to all the people watching my live streams. Blood from the eyes. One problem with playing on keyboard and mouse, it's not good on the hands. It doesn't feel very natural. I feel like I might hurt in my wrist, which is a major problem.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Well, Carvo's already killed a bunch of guards and apparently killed the Empress, so I don't think he cares. To be honest, neither do I. Right, I've been through most of the rooms here, so let's go down and talk to people. Well, first, let's continue our search. Yes, that's just the other side of the door. I've been there previously, that's fine. They say, is it?
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Carvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Carvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building
that pint glass is hilariously rendered.
aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Sunrise, unless you...
Yep, so go to the inventor, yep. That's fine.
Otherwise authorized.
But before I do that though, I'm going to continue searching in the pub because why wouldn't I? Oh.
Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
Isn't that letting me go any further?
Good to have you with us, Court. Have you talked to Piero yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
Okay guys, we're officially booze hounds here. Let's just drink as much beer as we want. Seriously, Carvo is like the biggest booze hound in gaming.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The old port district has been added to the evacuation.
In terms of the ceiling, that's more the inside of the bar. I mean, I can possibly try and get a closer look by going over it. In fact, there might be some stuff here. Yep, there we go. I was planning to actually come back here in case there's anything I could use. Well, we've had loads of booze. Can we have more? Or is the game saying, no, you're not touching shots? It's funny, there's a legendary British film called Shaun of the Dead, where a scene in a bar actually spoils the entire film. It actually tells you exactly what's going to happen in the film, but it's dressed up as something else completely. Yep, untap beer and you can drink as much as you want. This is the perfect revolution. Like, Carvo can seriously hold his fucking ale. I mean, look at this. I've not got a single shaky cam. He's not started puking. If Duke Nukem, for example, in the terrible game Duke Nukem Forever, which took forever to come out, so the name was fucking apt, you could drink beer in that, and while it made him stronger, he got so shaky he was almost uncontrollable. Carvo, meanwhile, keep it coming, mate. Keep it coming. I can do this all fucking day. So I need to get the key somehow. Either that or find another way in. Yeah, find another way in. Just walk through the open fucking door. That's how you find another way in. Anything hidden back here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Just way beyond iron, Avian. Way beyond iron. way beyond.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will
I've
you
got
get
plenty
a new
of it.
tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll happily get that for you, but in the interim, I want to get some loot. Sokolov technology in the new age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and the wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. So you're saying that you've got the song Other Side stuck in your head, Avian. Is that the song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Because that's actually a really good song. A second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers. This one by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, so that Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose if you must know the truth, the public has spoken its mind in usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works of an efficiency we've not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague now making its way through the city of Dunwall is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those who are so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Pietro's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties, not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a cross goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Ah, so you say, so while it's a good song, it gets stuck in your head easily. That's fair enough. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. Thanks to Carvo jumping behind and drinking 30 gallons of beer in an afternoon. He's been here for half a day and the well's almost dry already. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials and everything else, so you've got to slow down. That means you too, Carvo. Stop drinking from the tap. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one's going to miss any of the old crap you seem to need. This one's empty. Shame game. Shame. How dare you be empty? Dead counter responsibilities. Not think I've read this one. Excerpt from a manual on New City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edicts or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague syndromes, called weepers in common popular parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2 weeks training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir, at 1 and 1.5 normal pay grade. Doesn't sound worth it to me. Whale vivisection. Excerpts from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with a freshness. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth, and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Yes, only I could make something about that. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regards to whale oil. The good Admiral is paying for the installation of my own system, which will enable it to work in his place. The oil dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using a lever will begin the refueling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quiet and stable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Grease Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Aha.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Just get it near the receptacle. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Okay, let's see if I've got... Ah, right, so I can get more extra things. So let's have a quick look then. So, A track that can be placed near any anti-service. Let's get one of those. Okay. I've got one of those. Extra bullets for the guns. Could come in handy. Yeah, let's get some more crossbow bolts. Allows to rewire circuitry and says, ooh. So basically, disable or make them work in your favour by rewiring a tool you want to hack. Rewire walls of light, art pylons, and watchtowers will harm your enemies instead of you, while rewired alarms will be fully disabled. So we've got options for whether we'll kill anyone with them. That's come in handy, and you can have up to 9. Okay. I'll max all my crossbow bolts, so I've got those. Sleep bolts are probably going to come in handy, because I might be able to disable guards quietly with that. The question is, do I use all my coins, or do I save some to carry over? I think for now I'm going to leave it there.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
The other reason I'm doing this is just in case I can do anything else. Like, for example, I've pulled one of the empty bottles over here. I wonder if I can refill it. There we are. That's now ready for the next one.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Ah, not right now. Oh, nice. Okay, that's kind of convenient.
My break, the academy.
Oh, I like that. I actually don't mind that.
Build from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
That's really rather cool. Okay, I can't see there being anything else out here, but let's just take another quick look. Pretty sure we explored this already. I didn't see anything obvious. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's go back to our room. Oh, what are you doing here?
I once served under Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask. I don't want to embarrass him.
Understandable, my friend. Very understandable. So then, let's quickly go back up to the top. And as you say, Avian, yes, we are very much good at salvaging and looting. We don't like to just go where the game tells us to do. We like to get what we can, and more.
Yes,
the more we
very
find,
much
the better.
so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I like that.
So will I.
So I could probably shoot from behind cover, drop them, and then duck down. That could come in handy. You don't have to be out on the outside of it. It's not just about looking, you can probably shoot with it as well. I'll have to try that. Because the sleep shots, if I can get a sleep dart in there, I can get the body, toss it into a darkened area, forget about it. And get past them. Don't matter if they get found, I don't give a fuck. Right, let's go. Let's go to sleep. Easiest objective in the world. Go to sleep. Although, I say that, and then I'm up till like 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes trying to get to sleep. It's not been common for a long time now, to be fair. Okay. The music's gotten eerie, and I'm hearing the sound of rain. That wasn't bricked up. I went through there. That's been bricked up since I've come to bed. That was not bricked up. Okay, I'm on my guard now. Summon your weapon, Carvo. Yes, that's right. We don't have a black kitty telling us to go to bed. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. Yep, something's not right. I agree. Because that was not bricked up. In fact, everywhere. Okay, this is an alternate reality. We're in an alternate reality. We're in like the other side. Look at it. Wow. Final Fantasy VII's Northern Crater before the final form of Genova. Is that you? That explorer. As soon as I saw the door being bricked up, I went, yep, something's not right here. I'm not supposed to be here. And also, if you notice that, we're flowing upwards. So we're facing the wrong way. The world's inverted. Okay, which mystical, god-bothering bollocks is this then? Let's find out.
Hello, Carvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will.
Okay.
Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Wait, what? Press right mouse to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges you like to blink forward and climb up. Hold to target your additional position, and you should be able to... So we're getting, like, mystical traversing powers? Right, okay. Yeah, we've got boats in the skies. This doesn't make any sense. Is there any loot in here? Yes, I know I'm supposed to be going over there, but I want to see if there's loot, first of all. I might as well. You never know. Stranger things have happened. I don't mean the TV show. Which I've still never seen, by the way. I've never watched it. Yes. And now there's a corpse. A body has been discovered. Oh, thank you, Pietro's remedy. You say there's no loot in this section of the game, Queen? I beg to differ. Oh, it's the Empress. Why the fuck are we back here? Right, I'm not going to repeat that too many times. I'll be doing shades of Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh! Oh, at least I'm not dead. So it did say watch your step. Oh. Nope. are. Another Emily's letter, because of course being taken.
Carvo, I'm very sad. They say you're dead like Mother, but I'm gonna put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can.
Yes. You've taken my daughter, have you? Isn't that the guy who introduced himself in the bar? I'm liking the fact that they got the titles as Watch Your Step, a bit of a challenge. But if it's a bit of a challenge, I'm fucked because I've already died twice. I don't mean in here either. Nope. Oh, I'm all the way back here, for God's sake. Okay, no worries. This is a very interesting section. Yeah, he does have a creepy face. You're not wrong, Avian. Very creepy indeed. Right, let's get right to the edge. Can not go much further if I try that. There we go. Okay, so this is the war games of the city of Dunwall, it seems. All the people missing. No loot though. I could probably just jump down this. Ooh. Lightning being shot by some kind of floating demon. Ah, yeah, so you can climb upwards by doing that. That's kind of cool. What's with these freaky... Oh, damn it. Let's try that again. Pink Floyd-esque, like... It reminds me of, like, if you've ever seen The Trial. Have you ever seen The Trial from Pink Floyd's movie The Wall? It has a reminder of all of those, like, floating hammers and everything else. Very, as I say, Pink Floyd, prog rock. Yes, you're right. I was all about the floating whales, actually. I was all about the enemies on stilts. But you're right, the floating whales is also very spooky and weird. Oh, what the... I didn't mean to do that. What I wanted to see was if it was possible to get to actually, you know, just to see it. That's how you speedrun the game, people. Oh.
Days that follow, your trials will be great. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
So basically, equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune and beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press right while targeting a person or location. Okay, that's interesting.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
Do you all find that creepy? I hope so.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
Why does she sound like GLaDOS from Portal? And this place is their doom. I'm getting major Portal flashbacks. And I'm not just about the ability to teleport where you want either. Yep. There's no loot in this section of the game, you say, Queen. I say you're wrong. I found more. I found lots of loot.
I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
I mean, it's quite obviously, it sounds like GLaDOS, but that's not the intended person it's supposed to sound like. It's obviously meant to be the Empress. That's who it's meant to be. Which makes sense, because obviously it's the Empress's death, which has set him up on the path that Carvo's taking. So yes, Queen, that's what it's telling me. The chances are I'm probably wrong, though, because I'm not very good at subtlety. Oh, what's the point of that? There's no enemies here. Why would I need that? Oh, wait, I've just cursed myself, haven't I? There's no enemies here. Why would I need that? And then the enemies show up. Getting plenty of these mana things, which is awesome. Right, now I really am playing Final Fantasy VII's final act again. Oops. I didn't see that platform to my left. Ah, that's useful to know. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal to exchange them for powers. Runes can be selected and used to acquire, that's fine, so you can choose them as you go. So you've got 3 runes. Ah. I see. So I can acquire one of these, can I? Ah, so I can get that one. It gives me the ability to see in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Right. So now we've got something that makes it a bit more understandable. Okay. And it has your combination of what uses mana. So you got like there's one that was very low. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, so both dark vision and blink are very low, but then those will get higher. That makes more sense. I like that.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
That was pretty cool, actually. I like that. So we've got a bit of portal to this scenario. And now that we are marked, we'll have to test this. Yep, my mana's fully recharged. Must locate them for the song name, but you can hook the free bones to the chat, okay. Excerpt from a series of letters sent by a metalware of the Bottle Street Gang. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young before he got his name? Ah, he's got a cool head now, but he weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the low, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired, dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton and Boer families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we're free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling all the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or a sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we weren't fast, that we made it out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he's an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running a protection racket in the factory ruin. One fine evening, we were all taking in board at the theatre house. Mike Fish and his lot were there, the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning. And throws heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at docks and Slackjaw buys. Actually pays coin for it. Heavy chain covered in hooks. It's a fishing in the deep, something you attach to a long line off the sea of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through a window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, looks over his face, it still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a buttocks, holding a cleaver, aimed straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and shark hooks by dipping into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight with a chain wrapped round his left arm. Hook stuck into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, up like that, and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going, until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it in Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them it was running a brand new crew over at Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market, another slipping and falling into the water out cold, One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly open, wide, and a tiny spear pear stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Bardsworth had sounded bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses, telling them to be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish in one of the letters. All the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilising his business. Real neat-like, calling in favours, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus. Showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster Snitches, the responsible citizens group they call themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sleeping off front steps of their homes to help keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms amongst the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay out and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey and running around fights, and offering up ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. First it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Elf elixir or spiritual remedy they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory that was still where we could walk the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everyone in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall was sliding to the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over the watch and started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys and them art pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clovering Boulevard. Cracked down hard. But Slackjaw ain't surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley, one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir for hard to play as the City Watch with their taxes and rations. And that's kept us alive so far. Crowley, Bottle Street Gang. And for anyone watching out there now who doesn't understand a word of what I've just said, I was speaking in a Northern English dialect. That's the reason why. Assign a hotkey to a power and a access wheel. Right, okay. We'll leave that for now. Excerpt from the ramblings of a street denizen. Of course, I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where there was something that was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest among the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street, where the neighbours are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley, where hooligans are playing your game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with him is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with me husband, we were fine, fine people. Vera Marais, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said.
and he was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home. No, we travelled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the coves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hidden from me dear husband, and I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took 'em home, he loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding 'em up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me, make me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now, a little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. Me dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all. From a little mute boy carved in the name of the one with the black eyes. And after me husband were gone, giving away as birthday gifts. I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many to give presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, especially dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with stars above and below. And always the one with black eyes, dearie.
She sounded very, very strange, but I've got a new bone charm equipped apparently, whatever that is. White rats won't attack. White rats can be consumed for mana. Shot whiskey bottles explode with greater intensity. Windstorm versus contest more frequently. And resistance from explosions. So you can activate multiple ones. So I can equip up to 4. Well, I might as well then. So let's go with those 4 for now. There's a room. Oh wow, there's even more runes knocking around. The game's determined to keep giving me runes. I'm not complaining though. Field survey notes. The Royal Spy. Excerpts from the personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move amongst us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Carvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Sorry, 1 second, people. There's a slight problem with my eye here. I do apologise. Okay, let's carry on. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles. Yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing, or asking Carvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading to Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely. But the Empress won't hear of it. If the waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words, no amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain, and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers at the watch. Why do I worry so, when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more saying things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I've been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Hiram Burrows, Royal Spy Master. Royal fucking creep, more like. He sounds like an arsehole. I just got an achievement called Occultist. Rumours and sightings. Dord. For over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut-pursers, murderers, and worse, and the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favoured by the Bottle Street and Hotler gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who were not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So for this trick has allowed me to make my name among the murderous colleagues, without taking lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dord in order to get close to him. Of all of the practitioners of black magic we have practiced, none concern the Abbey as much as Dord. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off the Pandician coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dord still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang of killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers as City Watch officer of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years we have now believed he spent travelling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements frequented by fellow doublers in the forbidden arts. Dord is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. And for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall, and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured and a noblewoman stumbled from a balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has arisen in Dunwall, Dord has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come across a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment, used by miscreants for gambling and trading hubber weed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dord was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dord is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dord is dead and corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dord breathes no more. Intriguing. didn't say I wanted to explore up here before. Oh, you can't. Oh! Haha! Can you take fall damage? Yes, you can! Fail of the night there, people! That is the fail of the night right there. That is the fail of the night. It's times like these I really should have a death counter. Because stupid deaths like that deserve to be recorded. This is how you don't play Dishonored, the Swishbone edition. And you would be correct to assume that. I thought I might be able to get, you know... Yeah, you can cancel the blinks, that's useful. Now that I know that, I'll bear that in mind. So I tried to get up here, but it wouldn't let me. There's obviously a way to it, I just gotta find my way. Oh, that was a bit laggy then. Very laggy indeed. I'm not happy about that. Oh, but that was fine. Strange. Very strange. It says here there's a rune over here. Let's go exploring. Yeah, see, it's on the other side of there, but there's no immediate sight. There's that bridge. But how do I get there?
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
Yeah, it's not gonna... That's not gonna work. I'm supposed to go and talk to Admiral Havelock, but I want to continue my exploration. I'm liking the fast travel up there, to say the least. Ah, hang on a second. What about over here, on this side of the street?
Deals are made here. Sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife.
I won't let me up there, that's annoying. Ah, but now it has. It doesn't look like there's any other way up here. That's annoying. And of course I've got to be careful because of the consumption of the mana. I've just seen I've been consuming it. So we'll play this for a little bit longer before we wrap up for tonight. We're not going to do it just yet. Ah, hang on. Did I go in here? I don't think I did. That's assuming it'll even let me in here. Doesn't appear it will do. That's frustrating. So the room's all the way over there, but it's across the other side of the water. And I don't want to be eaten by fishies. I don't want to be eaten by anything, to be honest. Nope, there's no way. Oh, there is a way in here. Right, what's in here? Is there anything? appears. There's a gate over here. Oh, there's not a gate. Yeah, it's not going to work. I thought I'd be able to scale around the outside of the points, but I can't. Never mind. Back we go. That's disappointing. It looked like it was a way to progress, but apparently not. I always get disappointed when I see that. Okay then.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
What's that? Oh, okay, so there's some more. So there's more loot to knock around. Right, okay, in that case then we're carrying on looting. Yeah, I don't think anything will come back into the trash, but you never know. Ah, I need the abandoned apartment key. The question is whether I can find it in this place or not, but apparently there's no keys here. Say, there's nothing wrong with failing at a game. Failing's all part of the fun. But if you're going to fail, fail in style. And that's one thing I have done tonight. Is there any more loot regenerated in here? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, we've already read that. Oh, yeah, have I read that? Don't think so. Havelock, entry 1. It's been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Carvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, then Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. Back to Carvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? Personally, I gave him odds of 1 in 5. And to be fair, he wasn't wrong, because my control of Carvo resulted in 2 deaths. Yay, more coin. No, I don't think I've read this one either. Admiralty. Well, each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet. Oh no, I've already read it. I just realised Griscoll and the Innovations at Sea. I thought I'd read it. I'm sure I've read this book. And I was right. I had. Right, I think we're pretty much looted out. I'm sure this is back to my room. I just pressed space to open the door then. Do you want to know why? I felt like I was playing Doom again. Yeah, I've already read that. Slackjaw's gang story. Right, okay. Let's drop down. Let's take the fast route. Oh, I actually took 4 damage. I didn't do that before. It makes sense to take 4 damage. You're falling off a ledge. Why should you do it for free? It does make sense.
Oh, Carvo? If you've a moment. Carvo.
Okay.
Carvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Optional. So as an extra mission. Oh, okay. We've got a side mission. So I've got to basically find a way to keep him alive. Interesting. It appears I've also got quite a lot of coins. According to the log. If that's the case.
What can I do for you?
Ah, right, so I've got 2,500 coins and I can get a load of upgrades. Magnify your view, increase bullet capacity, increase bulk capacity. I like the idea of being able to see further. That's going to come in handy. Well, it lowers dispersion and stabilizes aim. That's a good idea. Oh, so even if it's in combat, you can make them sleep straight away. That could be useful. They're all good. They're all very useful. Oh, I can actually buy a rune. Go on then, let's cheat. Well, it's not even cheating, really, when you think about it. Carry a lot of those, they'll come in handy. Crossbow reload, let's go with that. Right, we'll leave it at that for now. All that money spam. Ah, health has increased. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 second, I'm having a problem with my eyes. Don't know what it is, I guess some kind of like, you know, watering effect, and I can't stop it, just start watering for no reason. It's really irritating. Right, so I've got 2 more that I can use here. Having it so they miss more often is a good idea. Which is kind of useful. And I can either have increased breath water, which could be handy. In fact, we'll go with that for now. We'll leave it there. So we've got an extended health bar. It was worth coming here after all. Don't quite know why he had runes on sale. I don't really care. It worked. And since we're about to start another mission with Samuel, that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I am going to come back in 2 evenings' time, so that's on the Tuesday, and we're going to be picking up another episode of Horizon Forbidden West. And then after that, what we're looking to do is essentially keep on this game going. I'm going to try and play this again because I've really enjoyed it. I just hope that I can make the content a little smoother next time, teething problems and all. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching, and good night.